New media lies at the very core of this coursework. Living in the 21st century, new media technologies are readily accessible. This has enabled my group to experiment with a variety of new technologies to ensure our final products are varied and, most importantly, media rich. New media has enabled me to expand my knowledge outside of the classroom. Google and Wikipedia were both extremely useful in allowing us to gather appropriate information about famous directors such as Alfred Hitchcock and the films we decided to use for inspiration. Without the use of search engines and research pages, we would not have been able to gather all the information needed in order to create our first ideas. YouTube has been a tremendous help for this coursework and has been a platform for me to upload videos within a matter of seconds and then automatically transfer them onto my blog. It has enabled me to find clips of trailers in which were used for inspiration, and this was extremely useful as it meant that we could find and search for inspiration within the click of a button, and then we could easily use this for our own ideas. Without YouTube, it would have been a lot harder for us to search for inspiration, especially as the trailers in which we could find allowed us to clearly have a representation of what it was we should include. Another new media technology which has been useful is SurveyMonkey. In the research process, this allowed us to just find out whether people preferred horror or thriller films and which they found most effective. Using these results, we were able to make a final decision, and we decided to opt for the thriller route as this was the most popular. I was then able to post this onto my Facebook page in order to gain more responses, and therefore this enabled us to make a 100% clear decision. I would say that SurveyMonkey is quite limited, even though it is useful, as it only enables you to ask one simple question, and it would be more effective if you could ask a variety of questions. For more specific research, IMDb allowed us to find out particular information about films such as Mean Girls in which we're using for inspiration. This website was really helpful as it allowed us to discover the main age group and gender who actually watched this film, and therefore we was able to use this website in order to solidify our target audience. This website was extremely useful as there were no limitations on what we could find out in terms of the target audience. YouTube in MP4 has allowed me to download any song from YouTube straight onto my laptop. This was quite helpful as it allowed me to download the soundtrack from Rosemary's Baby, which we watched in class, and study it more closely. This helped us in the research as we was able to distinguish whether we wanted to include a soundtrack similar to this. Although the planning process was the most difficult as it entitled Deep Thought, iMessage made this process run more smoothly as we were easily able to communicate effectively about filming schedules and ideas without having to wait until we was in lesson to do so. WhatsApp and PhotoStream have also been extremely useful as they have enabled us to send a variety of pictures to each other. These included planning pictures in which we was doing mind maps in class, and general images of us taking photos of costumes and us planning hair and makeup. Without PhotoStream and WhatsApp, we would not have been able to send a large variety of pictures within seconds. PhotoStream also allowed us to, both on our phones, have the same albums containing the photos, and therefore this made it easy for us to upload them on our blog. Facebook was a great platform to plan and communicate our ideas with our target audience. We were able to upload videos explaining what our current idea was and initially gain feedback from our target audience to see whether or not we was on the right path. This was extremely useful as without Facebook we would not have been able to communicate with a large number of people within a small time frame, and therefore we would not have been able to plan effectively within the time given. GIFboom allowed us to create a short video showcasing the outfits we had selected for our trailer. This was quite useful as it was a exciting way of presenting it as it was something different. However, it was quite limited as there was a time limit on the video and therefore we could not show everything we needed to. A camera was extremely helpful in the process of planning. We were able to take as many pictures as we needed to showcase our outfits and ideas. There was no limitations to the camera, as we could take as many as we needed to and easily and collectively share these images with one another. In the construction process for our trailer, iMovie has enabled us to put all of our footage together and construct the trailer in a way in which we would like it to be presented. There are not any main limitations in which I can think of with iMovie, as it has allowed us to add a soundtrack, change the colour and the size of the pictures, and we've also been able to put the footage in order in which we want. Here is one of my blog posts in which I am explaining how we have used iMovie through our construction process. As we have started to think about the creation of our website and poster, I have come across a new technology which is highly useful called DaFont. I will be using this with my partner Kate to create our font text for our website and poster to make sure they both match. This site is very useful as it gives you a vast variety of options when you type in any given word. Gaining feedback from our peers was our best form of evaluation, as we could see how we were doing from our own target audience. Here is a short video in which I made explaining feedback we received. We decided to gain some feedback from our peers on our work so far in order to see how we were doing. Overall, we have had some very positive comments, such as I like the bath scene and I love the music scene, and we have also had comments on particular good use of shots. However, we have also had some comments which state we need to show how the characters relate to one another more clearly, and we also need to establish a clearer storyline throughout the trailer. Although this seems frustrating as we still have more work to add into it, this has been highly beneficial as we now are able to see through our peers what it is we still need to include to ensure our trailer can be as effective as possible. Furthermore, we once again used Facebook, but this time in order to receive comments on our finished products. We posted a link to Padlet on our media and our individual Facebook pages in order to gain responses. Padlet was a great discovery in which my partner Kate found, which allowed us to post all 3 of our products and gain comments from our target audience. This has really helped us, as through this new media technology we have been able to reflect on what has worked well and what we could have improved.
I like the photo that you've used and the use of lighting as well.
I really like how you've got also the reviews moving. So you've got loads of different reviews, but instead of them just being like still, you've got them on like a rotation.